Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire in the Steam release series, episode number 5. No, wait, episode number 6. Okay, so we're in the middle of this turn where we just went to war with Gogoyas. Thankfully it was them who attacked us. That kind of takes the pressure off and kind of population happiness we might have suffered. Population happiness is looking pretty good actually, and I think we're going to be okay on quality of life. We do have a barracks under construction. Yeah, so basically we want to finish our movements for this turn. Another thing to look at is trade, I think. We actually have food as an option to sell. With 2100, I think we'll go ahead and sell the full lot, because that'll still keep us above 1,000, and that's kind of like my safety number. I like to have at least 1,000 food in reserve. Don't think there's anything we're going to want to buy, but hey, we're staying afloat, considering we have to keep buying slaves. Okay, we still have this decision, so I think it's time to address this. We do have a choice. We could really dive all in with democracy, and this would also guarantee an improvement of our relations. I think we're okay just to do the first one, because I don't really want to spend 400 credits. Those are going to go to increase our population, basically through the slavers, so it's, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to do just this first one. So we actually barely passed the roll, 64 to 59. It's the best time to have a bad roll if it just barely passes, a binary pass-fail. I mean, I guess there probably could have been a critical success if we had passed by over 50, but I'm not sure. So good results. Got the heart, democracy. I mean, we don't want the heart. That's actually one of the bigger motivations for not choosing the middle option, because it's gonna slow down my mind game. My mind gain. Mind games. We're playing mind games. Profile. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, we still have 22% to get the next one. I do want logical thought, so that will be important. Okay, so now as for movement, we're going to move the 3rd over here, we're going to move the 5th over here, the 10th over here. That's probably going to be where those people stay. The 20th can actually get in and do bombardment in the same turn. I think I want my militia to move forward, and the reason I'm doing this is actually to secure the border. The Galactic Republic tanks, we want them kind of front and center. We don't know where they're going to need to go, but we want them close, wherever it is. I'm going to send the 9th over this way, and then the 8th is actually going to be sent this way just to defend our border. I don't know what is going on with the territory over here. I mean, it seems like the enemy, whatever raider unit, is expanding south, and I really want them to go this way. But I think I'm going to pull the militia out of retirement. Well, they aren't really... They were just on garrison duty, but... Yeah, I'm going to move them this way, and then the 6th and the 7th are going to start making their way towards the front. And we should control the borders if we do it this way. So this guy's controlling that. Actually, you can go here. So I'm going to leave him here, because I still want the zone of control to capture this. I just want that, then we can reconquer it. Kind of the same situation here. Hopefully the snake goes south. That would be really good. We can't guarantee that he will. There's no guarantees. We don't know what they'll do at all. So they probably aren't particularly happy with us. Yeah, another thing. So we're looking at, we need to get 200 metal and 100 industrial points for the last turn of building our barracks. And we have 105 out of the 200 needed. Luckily, we make 108, so we're probably in good shape. What this means is we shouldn't spend more than 5 metal to like ease my mind. One of the things we could do is even buy some metal. I think we're just gonna leave it as is. So the reason why I was thinking about spending some metal is that there are some troopers that are missing. I guess we can get the 2 troopers and 1 of the machine gunners. Why does it show... Oh yeah, 103, that's it. So we'll just get 1 of those. That should put us at 101, and we should be good for finishing the barracks next turn. And we'll probably also get the upgrade next turn as well. The upgrade, the better model. And we will actually be able to see how the design turns out. And that'll be interesting. First time that I ever used the Shadow Diplomat and got some huge benefit out of it. So that felt pretty good. You know, as we start to learn the game, once you know this game, I'm sure it's like amazing. Yeah, and both of these are actually quite good. I want to save Paranoia for when we conquer the new city. If we get lucky, I mean this is weird, but if we get lucky, the Paranoia will trigger on the new city. And Fear usually decreases unrest. So that would be really good. Let's see, trade, assets, raise formation, move troops. I think we're all set. Oh no, we aren't. The one I was saving was because I wanted to do as much movement, which means as much recon as possible before we do our bombardment. So now let's do our bombardment. Oh, okay, got one hit. Not very consequential, but you know, I mean, it's basically a chance. There's like a chance. It didn't work out for us, but there's a chance we could have got a kill. You know, we can get very lucky, and you're not going to get very lucky if you don't try. So, nothing. Anyway, so I'll end the turn here, and I'll see you back in a moment. Okay, we're back, and there's not much to report from the history, but let's go through it. A lot of movement from Salzburg, and every time I'm watching that, by the way, I get very, very nervous that they're just going to decide now is the right time to attack. Because right now, they would be correct. It is a great time for them to attack. We're already engaged on the border. Not a whole lot of movement. Otherwise, we see some shuffling around from Gogoyez. They move some people back, it looks like. The snake moved down, which actually is a really good thing, because that means that it's probably both, a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of snakes, so that they have taken over this, which means I can take over the mercenary post, which gives me more recruits. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that right away. I'm hopefully going to just drive the snake back. But anyway, okay, I didn't want to do movement yet, but okay, let's go to the vidgram. Our quality of life thing has been satisfied, as well as our democracy. We gained wealthy friends. It actually looked like we got 2 of them. I didn't see that the first time. We discovered heavy this is just discovering a tech heavy industry. Model did complete on the Troopers 2. Zoo project is a really nice one. This Mission Impossible one, I've never actually got it to work. It has like really high benefits, really good benefits, but I think you have to be pretty far into a well-developed, well-groomed staff members who are really good at getting good roles. Anyway, so here's the situation back here. Let's take a look at that profile thing. So engage politicians and wealthy friends. Yeah, we got 2. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure of what commerce bonus is, but the 40% political bonus, well, I mean, I guess that'll be useful. It's not, I think it's a lot less important than the quality of life bonus. So, we're sacrificing diplomatic bonus going down the democratic route as well. I'm going to move this militia into this like holding position where essentially I'm just trying to keep the territory that I don't want to keep. I'm trying to let that get taken. There's somebody out there. I don't know where they are. They might have moved up by this snake, because this is like a completely cut off patch of land. And if it's a completely cut off patch of land, there's really no harm in me going and taking around it. Unfortunately, I feel like this game, there's a really cool mechanic in Supreme Ruler and Supreme Ruler Ultimate, where if you don't have supply to a hex, but someone else does, it'll revert control to them. So if there's a case where you have a hex which is completely cut off and not supplied by anything, but someone else can supply it, it would go to them. And I think that's a pretty cool mechanic. It would work really well in this environment. And I don't mind, because I'm not at war with them. Anybody who can take territory from them, it should go to that person, which in this case would be the ceramics compounds, the snakes, basically. If it reverted to them, then I would just take it from the snakes, which is fine. Okay. Again, don't bog down too much, Tortuga. I'm gonna make a best effort to keep pushing this series along a little bit quicker pace than I'm normally comfortable with, but it'll be a nice little... I mean, I like to play at a pace which I enjoy. But I don't mind pushing myself a little bit because I think it's healthy to be pushed out of your comfort zone. It forces you to, adapt or makes your brain think. And even though even though playing games is not really the time I want to do that, I do that at work all the time. We can double up. We can do dual purpose here. So 8, you're going to move over here. Here. Think here. 9 is going to move forward here. 10 is going to move here. 5 is going to move here. We're just shuffling the borders. I want the 1st Brigade shifting further east. So we'll move you here. This town is not occupied. I would bet my bottom dollar on that. 4 will move in. 5 might as well just move all the way in with the tank. Ooh. Okay. That's okay. Let's hold off for a second here. Okay, 2nd moves here. 1st moves here. And militia moves here. Okay, that was really good. That was very effective. Funny enough, the 3 hexes that were over here were actually our territory. They shouldn't have been if there was a supply thing. Like I said, if you can't meet a supply line, then the hex will get reverted. But it's kind of cool that it was just left there waiting for us, and now we've taken it back. Obviously, we can't really do anything with it. Another kind of cool thing is, at this point, we have a road connection, although it's very roundabout. But we can actually start recycling part of the scavenge from this territory right here. We probably won't do that until after we take Salzburg. I mean, knock on wood, we have a long ways to go before we can take Salzburg, but yeah. And I'm doing military movement. I always get ahead of myself. We should always be doing the decisions first. National budget allocation. Right now, it's everyone even except for Economic Council. And you know what? I don't need to avoid offending people too much. I don't mind shuffling a little bit, even if it would annoy some individuals. But I think this looks just about right. The only thing I would consider doing, although our political point situation is getting a little bit bad, is lowering the Supreme Council a little bit, but Economic Council is probably right where I want it. Maybe, yeah. So maybe 1-1. I actually don't think the Interior Council needs it either. You know what? I think we're perfect right where we are. I'm just going to confirm and nobody gets upset and everything's good. Yeah, so we'll take the Justice Knights candidate. We can always release them later since we have the Interior Council. They have access to a lot of retirement cards. Economic Council task priorities. I wish I knew what cards count as economic policies. I don't. But my sense from this has always been that they aren't very good. And that's why I have it at 0 now. And that's why I think I'm going to keep it at 0. Do we want to shift between research and discovery? Well, let's take a look at the tech tree. We haven't really looked at this at all this game. And I know I'm saying I don't want to bog down, but who doesn't like to bog down in a tech tree? It's one of my favorite parts of any game. Solar energy, so we have a lot of the basic tech. This is good. This is a very good sign. I really need to get a military council, but I mean, we need the bureaucratic points to be able to fuel that, which we definitely do not have. So yeah, military council will need to come up. Now, it has to be my next one. Even though I like to get a staff council to start getting different brigade types out there. Those are very useful. We can make do with what we have right now, with just machine gun groups, especially with the model council. Oh yeah, we have to check out how our new Troopers 2 design is. So let's go to design. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. That's good. I mean, I don't really know what I'm looking at. I don't really know that it's good, but I have a strong sense that this is good. So base design went from 95 up to 112. Weapon design from 102 to 109. And armor, which didn't exist before because it didn't have it, is going to start at 110. There wasn't a whole lot of field testing on that one, and you can bet that the Troopers 2 is going to get a lot of field testing, so that's going to be fantastic. I think the Troopers 2 may go the distance for us. I'm just thinking out loud here. You want your basic infantry to be as good as possible because it's probably the one you're going to be using the most. But this is pretty darn good. And when we have some points to fool around with later, We can experiment with seeing if we get a better structural design, but I mean, it's probably going to be better spent on tanks or something like that. This is pretty good. Yeah, I really like what I see here. So that's fantastic, and we'll see how the machine guns come back. So Economic Council, we didn't really take a look at the tech tree enough to figure out if I'm doing okay on this. I think we need to prioritize discovery quite a lot, yeah. So the good news about research is if you don't, if you have nothing to research, if you have no techs that are discovered in order to research them, the research points, I believe, are converted to discovery points. So you don't waste it. If you put 100% into research, it just means that if you have anything to research, you will only do that. And if you don't, everything will go into discovery. So it kind of would give you, like, you discover one tech, you'd research it. Discover another one, you research it. I prefer to have a list of options, because you do have that decision where you can choose. So I think we're going to leave it at 50, 35, and maybe even just give it like 3% more. Very, very small amount, but I think that discovery is going to be very important. Okay, so yeah, here's the machine gun improvement that it's a no-brainer to do.
Yes, sir.
50 armor strength, not that much, but okay. Primaria, the people to our west, are now asking to open diplomatic contacts. I don't really have a strong opinion about this one. I don't like the fact that Ursus does not like the top one, but I think we will accept diplomatic contacts. I do like to make my model design council very happy, and she's already done a fantastic job on the first model, so. However, there's something to consider here, which is playing around in the back of my mind. Once we accept diplomatic contacts, it's going to lead to the continual progression of, like, do you want to open research agreement? Do you want to open borders? All these things. So it does mean we will, we open that door. I'm going to do it, though. I think it's going to be okay. Plus, I don't want to fight more than one major at a time. And I think our eyes are set on Salzburg first. So, request in helping the fight Syndic cells. This is such a bizarre one. I don't know what this really means, but they request our cooperation in exterminating some Syndic terrorists that originate from their lands, which are now in our cities. We can either help them exterminate it, which this improves relations with them. That's a good thing. Or we can say, I mean, okay, honestly, this mainly comes down to profile. What do we want to do? I strongly dislike autocracy. I always dislike autocracy. Autocracy is pretty much always bad. The good news is, since for once, I almost always go with meritocracy, in which case autocracy is even worse because it dominates over meritocracy. But democracy actually dominates autocracy. So that means that, you know, if we have democratic points, it will fight off the autocracy pretty well. That's one, I mean, that's actually a benefit to democracy that I hadn't considered before. But really, it's probably an important one because a lot of decisions will give you autocracy and you don't want it. The alternative is to get government points, and normally that's a really good thing, but right now we're doing so good with commerce, and really, I mean, there's only one explanation for that, the slavers. So I think we want to keep our huge commerce bonus because the dream, I mean, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if we'll be able to get to it, but we're like 1% short of getting private careers. So at 80, we have 1% chance. So we probably need, like, realistically, commerce almost up to a 90 in order to get private careers. If we can get the 100% population bonus, Bob's your uncle. Because I don't know what that means, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. It's just something really good, right? If we get that second bonus, I think it's going to really put us on the path to success. Okay, so we've done our military movement. We have not done our bombardments yet, though. Can always use the 9 key to... Okay, there's one. Do I want to move and bombard or just bombard here? And somebody else... Okay, we can actually do a joint bombardment, and I think I'm going to do it this way. Just a split decision there. Apparently that's not going to work for us. Okay. We have literally landed 0... What the hell? Huh. Oh, they're in the ruins. Okay, well, that explains it. That was just a careless mistake on my part. You don't want to bombard people in the ruins. Plus, we had people we should have moved first. Like, you can go there, and you can go here. And I don't need this person too close, but we'll probably move him a little bit closer. I think here should be good. So furthest to 7, 6, 7, okay. Going to stay here instead. I just want to make sure we don't lose any or too much territory, just in case the snake goes crazy and starts moving southeast. Okay, we have one decision left. I didn't do this one yet, but we're actually going to take the autocracy in this case, and I already talked about why, because I just want to preserve my commerce for as long as possible. Hey, the fact that this helps our relations with Tereso, even better. Alright, next is trade. Fuel for 22 credits is not that great of a deal. Oh, but we do have a lot of fuel, so let's go ahead and do it. It's going to give us like 85 credits, but still, that's 87, I should say. 87 credits that we didn't have, that we now do. And didn't really impact our fuel situation, which is not really being drained that much. Anything we want to buy? I'm always tempted to buy more high-tech parts. I don't think 10 is going to cut it. But it's another one of those things where it's a bridge we can cross to when we get to it. Yeah, and there's nothing else here. Okay, move on. Assets and construction. Good, let's check to make sure, but yeah, barracks was finished. So we don't have enough metal for another quality of life fix, and we just got the quality of life bonus. So I think we're going to stick with recycling, upgrading our recycling, or in this case, building a new recycling facility in Lime. Has 6.3 scavenge. It's going to give us more metal, and that'll help us build the hospital faster as well, because that's what the hospital's 200 to turn, so
Yes, sir.
I think this is a smart choice. Just start getting that going. We also have, and I think that's next, right? Strategic cards, perfect. I thought I saw the zoo. Yeah, zoo project. So this is, I think, a great thing to add.
Yes, sir.
So we got the zoo, which is now level 2. Pop loyalty. It's a little funny. Sometimes there's things about this game. The zoo adds loyalty. I mean, I guess people are fiercely territorial about their zoos. Oh, you have a zoo? We will defend it to our last breath. I don't know. Why that adds population loyalty, it's kind of beyond me. It should be... If I was to do it, I would say arena would add population loyalty. Because you can kind of think of it from like a sports team perspective. Oh yeah, the local arena team. Yeah, it makes us more loyal to the city, maybe. Even though, you know, if it's like real life, like now, modern times, you know, sometimes you don't even root for the city you're from or whatever. But regardless, food for thought. Okay, so how are we doing? Build roads, raise forms. Oh yeah, raise formations. So, not raise formations in this case, but it should be... We want to actually make some upgrades. Now, we don't have enough industrial points. I'm sure it's going to be pretty expensive. Like, let's just take a look. Let's go to troopers. Let's do mass upgrade. If we wanted to do every single one of them, how many are there? 90. And this would take 360 industrial points. Oh my gosh. So we need to make sure we leave like 125, which means 64? We can only do 64. We can do exactly 64. I'm actually going to... I prefer not to do that many, just to make sure that the recycling center gets... Yeah, wait. No. I can't do that. No. Because we only gain 94. We gain 94 a turn. And I need to have 250 after 2 turns. And I'm 61. I'm 61 short of that. So I can only do like 30. Okay, it's almost not worth it, but... I guess it's still worth it to do, like, I don't know, 6 is right here. I feel like this is easy to do. Why don't we just upgrade you? Upgrade you guys. And this is 32. That's perfect. I hope that... I'm actually going to do only 7 of them, just to make sure. I didn't want to sit there and do math on camera, so I'm going to play it a little bit conservative. 90, yeah, we should be... Actually, that was... No, we could have gotten one more, right? 93? Was that the amount? 94, yeah. We could have done one more, but... Alright, I played it conservative. That's fine. Okay, replenish troops, move units. I think we're done. Oh, we have Galactic Republic infantry. I guess we'll move them into the fray, into the thick of it. We actually can see our... Oh, wow. Farm, transport hub, light industry, brothels, and a scout station. Okay, that's good. So that's where we're going to call this this turn, not this video, but this turn to a close. I think we're making good progress. So I guess I'll see you back in a moment. All right, well, here we are. This is going to be another fun turn. Another pretty much nothing. I mean, the only real thing, I guess, is... Oh, yeah, that's right, the northern area. So our friends, who are these people? The ones we've been... Victoria or something like that? I forget the name exactly, but the ones we've slowly been improving relations with, they made some kind of huge beeline to cut off the minor power that's to our north. And then another exciting thing, we have a new major who's entered the arena. But as far as history goes, nothing too much. Yeah, Primaria. So, Primaria. Primaria has made like a beeline to cut off Zalillo here. Don't really know what triggered that, but okay. And then now we have found yet another major, Lausheim Hansa, and they hate us. Just to make everything a lot more interesting. So what do we want to do this turn? Let's look at our decisions. I don't want Ursus's reputation, or like the relation with Ursus, to fall. I actually quite want Ursus to like me. And I don't think Unrest is going to be that big of a deal, so I'm actually going to choose the drop of Fist, which is actually pretty important for us as well. Right now mine is being, reduced by Fist. And mine, since it's the dominated, not the dominant of the two, just judging by the arrows, we need Fist to go down quickly. This also makes our model design council happy, which we're very happy about ourselves. Policy speech. Pretty much nothing here for us, so we'll stay vague, do not commit. Now, will cost an immediate minus 5% word score. I dislike that. Why would I make a policy speech about something that I wouldn't want to be policy? Definitely don't want Fist, definitely don't want Heart. Definitely don't want Enforcement. Yeah, I don't want any of these. Okay, so we unlocked the new model. I didn't do a vid yet, did I? Okay, so Justice Knights, we gained Logical Thought, which is the research one. Got the machine guns, and we unlocked a new model, Bazooka. Political aid truck. I think I have to look and see what that does. So, as far as models go, I don't really think we need to upgrade. Actually, truck you can upgrade and get some good benefit out of it. You can probably even upgrade the buggies. I don't think I've fielded a buggy yet, but we could. I think I'd rather... You know what? Actually, yeah. I think we'll do the buggy first. Okay, so what are we at for weight? We're at 60 weight total. 120 weight, 300 ninja power. So this would be 105 total weight and 200 ninja power. That to me makes the most sense. So the reason why is for fuel usage. I really don't mind too much spending more IP, more metal. But it's a 5 times increase in fuel. It doesn't really make sense to me. I think that these numbers are not right. I would not make a game with a light diesel being 5 times less fuel usage than a medium diesel. 5 miles per gallon versus 25 miles per gallon. These are huge. It's a very big difference. But in this case, let's just run with it. I guess it's not so preposterous, but doesn't feel quite right to me, considering it's 50% increase in engine power. Anyway, 0.1 fuel is it's so cheap. You can run these all over the place without any fuel issues. I don't really think that the armor, which is what we're sacrificing here, so let's go back and, this is how the model design process works. We have no choice but to do that, which is 40 weight, apparently. So now we have this, which is 60, this, which is 140, it should be, and then this is 240. So, if we do this, and then we do light, we'll be at 185 for 200 engine power. Actually, that works. We won't have quite the movement. I imagine we would have had a bigger movement mod. We'll probably have like 0% movement mod for this. But we'll have slightly better engines. I mean, slightly better fuel efficiency. Okay, let's do it. Let's see how that works. We can always redesign it if we don't like it. Oh, guess who's back? Back again, our old friends, the slavers. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer right now. We have enough money. It's not an issue. And on top of that, we could use the population. More importantly, we could use the commerce. We could actually also use the drop in meritocracy. So there's a lot of reasons why we welcome this.
Order acknowledged.
Oh, there it is. Perfect. Tereso. So this is what I meant about unlocking a whole chain of events. We haven't got it for the Primaria people yet, but we will accept cultural exchange. Cannot hurt or strengthen ties. Yeah. I don't know what this actually does. I think it has something to do with cultural adaptation score, if I had to guess, but maybe it doesn't do anything. Maybe it's just a path on the progression of friendship between two majors. Who knows?
Order acknowledged.
We'll do it. So at this point, we're actually in pretty good terms, with Primaria, who consider us friends. Fantastic. And then also, I imagine, yeah. And look at this. The slavers have actually taken a chunk out of Tereso. You would think with Tereso having nothing else to do, nothing but hold their borders, that they could do that, but no. Apparently that's too difficult for them. Oh well, that'll make our job easier when it comes time to potentially mess with them. Maybe we can just try to be friends with them. I've never tried to see how deep down the alliance tree you can go. I'm not super confident in the AI as an ally. Vix AI is well, it's interesting. I just wouldn't trust it very much as an AI alliance, like ally. Okay, so let's move on. Have we done trade yet? No, I don't think we've done that. Nothing really interesting here. Anything to buy? We still have money even left over after the traders. But no, I don't think we're going to do anything unless we end up buying metal. Yeah, no. Industrial points is the much bigger concern, and we should have just enough to get the recycling center. Then we'll have to lay off for a while in order to improve our army. Okay, strategic cards. I think there was one I was considering. Oh yeah, Medal of Merit. I was looking at this, I think, last turn, but I forgot about it. So this gives you plus 10 charisma, plus 1 rel, which I think is relation, but it doesn't make sense. And SEN is seniority, I think. Relation plus 1, does this mean like per turn benefit? That's what I'm guessing. Unfortunately, I mean, the reason why I guess that is because there is no REL anywhere in here. Yeah, the only REL is this. I'm not using it on my Interior Council member, he's already at 100%. I don't think... Actually, Charisma would help him. But the target I'd like to use is somebody else... Well, actually, you do need Charisma. And do you execute a lot of... Like, what do I guess I should hold on to that card until I have some kind of decision I need made by somebody who I'm happy to keep with me for a very long time. So the reason this is a Medal of Merit, gives them a relation benefit, but it sticks with them forever. So you're kind of improving, like using important resources to permanently improve a character. So you don't want to do this on somebody who was just going to come and go. So for me, I could see myself using this on... I mean, honestly, the governor, this, unfortunately, Copernicus here is kind of he's not a very competent governor. I don't think you really need that. You basically want high charisma, and then most important, in my opinion, is, I mean, as long as they have some charisma, but their loyalty to you. You don't want them to be incompetent. You don't want them to have corruption. At least he doesn't. So, I don't know. We'll hold off on using that card for now, so that I think that's all we want to look at for stratagems. Is there anything else we want to look at? Spend 300. I haven't even looked at this yet, so let's spend a moment. Commercial gift. Leadership role made by... Okay, yeah. Leadership role, success, blah, blah, critical. Okay. We'll give the leader feat commercial enterprise relation +1. We'll improve relation with leader by 5d20 modified for egoism. So apparently this just ends up being another thing which gives them +1 relations with me per turn. It only costs 5 political points. It's pretty cheap. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to sleep on all those. So we're not going to do any cards right now. And I think that means we jump into the fun. We don't need to build roads. Don't even want to. We can't raise forms because industrial points is a little bit tight. So move military. Okay, so how do we want to deal with this? Well, I think with the new major entering the picture, I really, really want this as well. This is a mercenary post. Okay, so if the new major comes and takes this territory, I'm no better off than I was before. Although, I actually do want to go to war with this one. Okay, I guess I'm going to stay here. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to move this unit north. That is such a... I took it! I took it! I was in my head already thinking that it wouldn't... The zone of control wouldn't... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I took it. Well, then we'll put full effort in to take it. Oh my gosh, this unit might come over here and finally save me from this darn hex. Please. Please. I wish maybe I could actually go to this side and attack him into it. Man, the lengths I'll go to. But this is amazing. We've now gotten... This is a recruitment center. Yeah. Mercenary post. So +3 recruits per turn. That's fantastic. It's actually... We were kind of overburdening... Well, in my opinion, 500 is the default. So I don't like to do more than 500 mercenaries as a recruitment per turn. And we're at 800. So this will make up for that. We can, go back down to 500, or we can just get 1,100 units per turn. It's also going to build up a nice pool of willing recruits. Okay, so military movement now. Yeah, knowing that there's ruins here means that we're going to move. I think that's almost obvious, right? We're going to try to break through here. Then we can cut off these units. Certainly I don't know if we can do it, but we might as well try. So I'm going to eventually bombard there as well, but let's first see how we want to do this. So 8 moves here, 9 moves there, 10 moves there, 3 moves here, 7 can also move there. I'm doing this for reconnaissance right now. 6 can move there too. My goodness. 6 might be better off moving here, which is the only other hex which can be hit by 2 people, but I think we'll be okay. How's 9 looking? A little bit low on readiness, actually, but... Oh, and they're actually down 100 troops. Okay, so unfortunately I am going to have to move 6 up to support, just in case. Just in case. And how are things going on the east? They're looking pretty good. Can I shift? Yeah, I can. I think we're going to go ahead and do the attack now. I mean, the bombardment first. Okay, we got at least 1 hit this time. We're already... Oh, 2 hits. We're doing better than last time by a lot. 2 hits is infinitely better than 0. Wow, we did almost nothing, though. Now, I'm risking my tank here, but this tank is so good, I'm expecting that we should, especially with the Galactic Republic Infantry, we should be good here. 9, 11. Let's not use the 3rd then, and we'll use these. So that 11 to 1 is actually really good odds. Okay, 1 death, I can handle that. And we got him. We only inflicted 2 deaths. But yeah, that readiness is very low. That's good. Okay. So I would consider that a very successful. Interesting. Okay. So you can move here for free. We could re-engage. Okay, 5 is moving in. Moving in. The readiness was really low, but God, the only unit which can attack is the tank. It'll only go 4 rounds. Now, I highly... Let's see, Rifle Militia. They have almost no chance in destroying my tank. But almost no chance is still not 0. So we'd be using the soft value. 400. I mean, it's extremely unlikely, especially with their low readiness, that they would do it. I do want to push further forward. I might roll the dice here. I'm going to do it. Okay, good. Got it. I got it. That was probably like a 90% chance to succeed. 95 maybe. Pretty high. We were able to kill one more. Our readiness didn't go down, so I actually think we didn't even get hit, which is awesome. So we do move the tank forward, and the reason we're doing this is because we want to try to cut off these 3 units. So as much as possible. But there's nothing else we can do to actually slow them down. If they want to move up here and then attack the tank, they can. And I don't even think we can move anybody else into support, very unfortunately. This would be a great time for us to start recruiting putting together some buggy formations, but we don't have the new model yet. We'll probably look into doing that next turn, assuming that the new model is already ready. If it takes one more turn after that, that's fine, we'll wait that. But priority was to just make sure we're going to get our recycling center done. Looks like that will be done. Oh, and they're getting a scout center for heightened quality of life security. And I think everything but the health is done. But health, where do we get this from? Oh, sewers. Hospice? What is this from? It's not from me. Hospice. Yeah, cool. So this hospice is actually extremely important. So our quality of life is actually probably pretty good. 1 for luxury products and services, 2 for the bonus, and then 1. No, so it's just not as good as I was expecting. Also, how does +4 and -4 equal +2? Well, it's one of those things. I'm not gonna think about it. We'll just end the turn here, and really before we end the turn, I'll just end the video. So I'll see you back in the next video for the next turn. Until then, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.